basically the idea was to the design museum would like us to design a domestic room, pick any domestic room, and show how that can be designed sustainably. So first of all, looking at sustainability, I decided to define what climate change really is. When I was researching this, what I came to the conclusion of was that climate change is effectively what we call the detrimental effects that the human race does to the planet. Then I was thinking, well, what are sustainable practices? One that I constantly hear about at the moment is net zero, which I think is very ambitious, but I believe that we might be going a bit far with it. I think sustainable practices are actually about limiting the detrimental effects. So the space that I picked was the living room. My reasoning for this that I've listed, so the less noticeable impact, this was, people may think about materials and what that we use, but I feel there's not enough information actually about the chain of how it gets to you. The living room it's an indulgent place. You know, it's about what, being very much what do I want? And it's kind of a bit more of a selfish psychology like that. And that's why I was curious about how do you design sustainably for that. And another is a good opportunity to design. I really enjoy designing furniture. I researched living rooms since the 70s. Since the Second World War, people have really viewed how they live differently. Home life has changed. The way that I grew up is different to the way my parents grew up, which is different to the way that my children will grow up. Because the world's just constantly changing and evolving. This is what I focused on, to do with sustainable practices in the living room. I found that a lot of materials, when I was doing my research, we use a lot of virgin materials, but I don't think it's always necessary. Transportation routes and overseas suppliers, with an era of Wish.com and companies like Amazon. We don't think about where we're sourcing our products from, where they're manufactured. There's a lot of zigzagging that can go on to steal products to you. And less holistic lifestyles. So my concept is make less, use more. So I work by the principles of design, if you're familiar with this concept. 5 aspects that are focused on, and the idea is we focus on these, then you should be able to come up with sustainable design. Starting with energy efficiency, I acted like a consumer on this part. So using low energy lighting and heating, researched LED light bulbs. There are heaters out there on the market of different ratings and whatnot, but I actually believe that that is more of a consumer action. There are other people that are out there designing these devices. They're far more knowledgeable than me. Reducing waste. Recycled metals and woods. So iron is going to be one of the materials. That features quite heavily. And bronze as well. This can be recycled and also open to using copper. 2 that I focused on were actually for the fabrics. Q-milk. When we make milk, there's always a byproduct. Basically milk that cannot be used. I believe this happens during pasteurization as well. And this company, Q-milk, have found a way to make it into fabric, like cotton. Benefit of that is that can be made in the UK. The other one was Piñatex. So this comes from pineapples. But this is actually sustainable because it improves the income for the pineapple producer. Red cabbage can be used as a pH indicator. You can actually make any colour from using that as the base. So my idea was to use that as the basic dye, and in this one I've used spinach as well. Reducing the environmental impact. Iron gates I could find within 5 miles of my flat. A lot. I went to websites like Gumtree and eBay, and they're actually set up so you can find it to your radius. Local manufacturers using those for bespoke pieces. I have my design studio here on the other side of the park, less than half a mile away. I have 2 blacksmiths, 3 carpenters, somebody does upholstery. Think long term. This one's very short and sweet. It was just about making sure that we use all materials. They stay like that for a long time and create a healthy environment. Plants lower the VOCs that are released by paints. So even though I have used paint, I've used a low amount. And when you see where I placed the plants, it is ideal to soak up the VOCs in the paint. So now to talk to you about the design of the space. The floor is recycled wood or upcycled wood, ideally made from doors. This is the divider in the centre. So this is going to be a work from home section, and this is going to be a socialising area. The material that it's made from is, I believe they call it pulpwood. From material that is made from recycled paper. And then there are these shelving units here. They're made from the felled timber. This is definitely a two-seater. These are both made from felled wood again. I want to exemplify the live edge here. Start with the idea behind that. This two-seater here, there's a bar behind it. The idea behind that was to actually find a branch and make that work. So literally making the shape of nature and incorporating it into my designs. These two coffee tables here, they're made from felled wood, so I want to have a difference of colour. And underneath you'll see that there's an iron frame that keeps this one held up. And then these are the glass. This lamp, along with this one here, which is also bespoke, this was actually made out of willow I can source from Burgess Park. I can see from the window of the design studio. This is a Fibonacci bookcase, and it's based on the Fibonacci sequence. Take those numbers and make different divisions. This is how people walk around the space. It's something that really, I really didn't like during I want to encourage people to walk around it freely. Even the plants are meant to breathe in this kind of way as well, funnily enough. This is the sample board. The wall is Tadlac, and it's non-masking. It's mold resistant, it's good in the heat. The wallpaper that I found as well, this is from eco paper. This is made from recycled paper, and it is also biodegradable. Iron bars, these will be for the Fibonacci bookcase, and for the coffee tables. This is the shelving, the felled wood, or we use upcycled woods. These are the materials in the Q-Milks, these are the colours that we can get out of that, and this is the Pinyon text. That's just using toughening for the Pinyon text. This is the space once it's been rendered. So this was the design in the end.
So it's you focus on the material itself. What I would have liked to see is like what IKEA did when they designed the kitchen.
Okay.
They studied the patterns of people using the kitchen, how they use it, what is the most efficient way. I would have liked to see, also, like, also I think you can add into this, okay, choosing the material, choosing the type of furniture, this that. Besides that, I think there's a bigger picture here. How can you make our lifestyle, the way we function more sustainable? Whether the space could, how the space could be defined in multiple ways. That limited space could suddenly be multiple uses, multiple functions. Then you start to think about folding structure. Then you start to think about inflatables. Then you start to think about energy. Thinking a little bit outside the box.
One that could have been an interesting idea. Then I hear a lot from people that have children now is their children always looking at screens, iPads, they love the iPad. It's an idea that I just had now, your suggestion. Could be that you have something that the child needs to generate power somehow. Like, do some jumps on something or cycle a little tricycle. Once you've built up enough energy, then you have enough energy to use the iPad. So you can actually encourage behaviours like that. Yeah, I do agree about it.
I think it would be interesting to take it that kind of thing, like Stanley Kubrick, how he designed the set of 2001 Space.
For me, this is like a living. It's can be a living room. Someone. It's good to show people that when you come in, you see all the materials. Maybe you have your text on the items on the tables, and you just check this text and you see actually these are all either credible or recyclable. I think it's an exhibition piece rather than showing the more in certain cases. It's an exhibition, so there's also an art part of it. And I think it's another work which was it's different. It's not going to be the first thing come to my mind when I talk about sustainability. So it's just.
Thank you very much for taking the time. Okay.